competition is high. So between those ups and downs of performance of training, how do you guys help manage? What are some of the skills that they can start incorporating so not to get too high, maybe not to get too low?
Yeah, I think it's a nice tool to have, and I think again, people probably do this, might do it quite passively instead of kind of like with intent. Is kind of reflecting after each game of kind of going, okay, what went well this week, and what has gone well, because. And that's almost sometimes you've got to think about that as firstly and fundamentally of what went well, because ultimately we are our worst critics and we'll always go to the negatives of going, right, okay, this went wrong, etc. This was awful, etc. So we're always trying to try and think, okay, what went well, and then kind of think about, okay, what do I wish went better? What do I wish could go better? And
Mm.
something that we do at the start of our sessions, and we learned this from a different practitioner, is kind of ask the athletes, so kind of asking yourself is, okay, how would you rate yourself out of 10, for example, a 10 being your best game, and say if they say a 7, then we kind of go, okay, a 7, why not a 5 or a 6, for example, and then they start to realize, okay, actually I did this well, and it kind of just gives them a bit of an opportunity to kind of think about the good things and think about the good things that they haven't done that game, because there will be something, even if it's tactical, technical, physical, like for example warming up well, kind of sticking to my processes, and even if it was a really horrific game, there might be something in there. So I think in those ups and downs, I think it's really trying to be intent with kind of reflecting, making notes of kind of what's going well, but also, as you say, what are those kind of, how do I keep improving? And that kind of then links into that long-term goal, that kind of adjustment of those goals, of kind of making sure, right, okay, am I on the right path? So I think
Mm.
for me, that's a big one. It's just kind of being a little bit more intent with how am I progressing each week, because it kind of gives you a little bit more focus then. Because I think we all do it. I think even in our jobs, in whatever we do in life, we kind of sometimes passively do it, and
Mm.
it's kind of like, okay, that's going well. But if we can actually sit down, take a little bit of time, it kind of helps us then keep in line with those longer term goals. Kind of helps us adjust those goals, and kind of helps us manage those ups and downs as well sometimes.